Lonzo Ball is out for the season. I think you watched him up close in Los Angeles. We can all agree that before we get to any discussion of the Bulls, or at least I can agree, I love watching Lonzo Ball play. He's unselfish. He plays fast. He shoots tons of threes, plays defense. He thinks the game one step ahead of everyone on the court. He's just delightful to watch, and above and beyond anything else. I just hope we get to see that guy again. Like, this is really, really sad what's happened. Obviously, it's a disaster for the Bulls, who are 26-33, and I think 11th in the East. I know that Lonzo fits everything this group needs, right? They need defense. They need high volume 3-point shooting. They don't take any threes, barely any threes relative to the league. They need a connector, a point guard. They're trying to play Desunu, a point guard. It's not working. He's everything they need. I also don't think he's the difference between a 26-33 team, a team that is like really trying to hold off the plucky Orlando Magic, who own their freaking draft pick, and have Wendell Carter Jr. and have Franz Wagner from the same trade with Chicago, barely holding them up. Lonzo's not the difference between that team and like a 50-win team. Lonzo is not like a 30-win above average replacement player. And 50 wins is what you should be shooting for when you trade what they traded to build this team of Vucevic, DeRozan, and LaVine. And by the way, for the second straight year, they are being outscored barely, albeit, with those big three on the floor. And I'm sorry to say, like, I know the supporting cast around them has been imperfect and injured, from Lonzo to Caruso to the rotating, to Patrick Williams having one good game and one invisible game and all this stuff. Like, if you're a big three, if you're going to sit here and be like, look, we got 3 all-stars on our team, 3 guys who are true, legit blue chip all-stars, then you should at least like win the minutes when those 3 guys are all playing together. And they can't even do that. And now the Lonzo thing, and Lauri Markkanen's an all-star all of a sudden. And I think about the Jimmy Butler trade like once every 3 days. I sit around and think about, like, man, what is the road not taken for the Bulls? Like, if they had just kept Jimmy Butler, it's just a mess. And Lonzo, I think we all knew it was unlikely he was going to come back, and it just stinks. It just really stinks. I love watching him play.
Zach, I moved to New York to Los Angeles to cover Lonzo when he first became a Laker. And I was hoping this was not going to be the case, but I was there and reported like the first time he started having trouble with that left knee. I tracked him down, I think at a big baller brand, like I think it was like some sort of youth AAU thing. And I hadn't seen him, and he had taken he was out the last 8 games of his, I think, second season, or it might have been his rookie season. Magic comes out and says, this is the biggest summer of your life. You have to get stronger. You have to work on your shot, all these things. And Lonzo wasn't working out. And so I went to go get him, and he told me that he had gotten a PRP injection into his left knee and took a whole month off and had not played for pretty much like 2 months, I think, and then was starting to get back on the court. And I remember thinking, God, he's 20 years old. He's already getting like a PRP injection. This is not good, And then that's from that point on, it's the same left knee that's giving him trouble. And it's really a shame because he is a delight to watch, man. If you're a basketball fan, I'm not saying it's like watching Jokic, but when you watch Lonzo Ball, he really does think the game 1 to 2 steps ahead, and his passes up the floor, man. It's like watching Magic Johnson sometimes, or Jason Kidd think out the game. Lonzo kind of has that intuition about him of looking ahead 1 step ahead. And so it's kind of sad to see, because I think his game was progressing. He started to develop a 3-point shot, and I think the Bulls are exciting to watch. It feels like the Magic's worn off a little bit on the Bulls. Like last year was so fun to watch DeMar DeRozan and that crew. And now, for whatever reason, it's not working.
Yeah, I never really liked what the Bulls did building this team. I didn't hate it. I got why they did it. But at the time, I said, I don't see them ever winning more than 1 playoff series in any season while they have this core together. And they may not ever even win 1. But I do think they were a good team with Lonzo. Like, I do think they could have been a solid 48-win kind of team. And that team just is gone. And now they have big decisions this summer.